All right, guys. So apparently, Law and Crime has uploaded a video saying that they have a list with everybody's name in the P Diddy's sex abuse lawsuits. Let's see what this is about. Let's see what this is about.
So I think we're about to see something on the level of Epstein, Weinstein to the power of 10.
From members of the royal family.
Yo, she says we're about to see something on the level of Epstein, like Epstein level. Ooh.
To Grammy and Academy Award winners. We're breaking down all the A-list celebrities named in court docs against P. Diddy, along with some startling accusations.
First of all, that entire filing was just gasp worthy. I'm not seeing a scenario where he can escape liability, criminal liability.
He's been known for years as a renowned rapper, producer, and label executive who goes by the names P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, or his legal name Sean Combs. Whatever name you want to call him, he's no stranger to legal troubles. Just this week, both Diddy's homes in Miami and Los Angeles were raided by Homeland Security. According to
Yep, and that's going viral. That's all over the news. That's all over social media. Doesn't matter what platform you go, whether it's Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Google. It's going viral. Diddy is going down for sex trafficking. Diddy is on the run. Sex trafficking. Diddy is on the run. Like, this has really gone viral. And I'm gonna be very honest. It's a distraction. I feel as though that this is distracting us from something. Now, what does that president got under his sleeves? Little shitty ass.
former prosecutor Melba Pearson, they're likely looking for some specific evidence.
The feds are doing raids at 3 different homes of P. Diddy, including his homes in California, in Florida, and in New York. And what I think they're looking for are videos. So basically, P. Diddy had a habit, allegedly, based on told to us through the filings by Cassie Ventura. They have all said that people have a habit of liking to video either him abusing other people.
See, Cassie Ventura said a lot. So apparently she did say, and she spoke on the videos that he had. So yeah, she spoke on a lot. Ooh, like I was right. When she spoke on the allegations of what he did to her, she got fed up and spoke on everything and showed him where to look, where to find it, probably record it. Listen,
Or forcing other people to abuse each other for his pleasure, and I would record all of that. So I think those are some of the things that the feds are looking for. I think they're looking for other types of evidence to corroborate the statements that were made by Little Rod, by Cassie Ventura, and the other people have come forward saying that he did abuse them. So they're looking for corroboration.
she said Little Rod. Oh snap! I've heard of him, but I haven't. Like I've heard people talk about him, but I don't even know what he really does. I think it's music, if I'm not wrong.
Corroborating evidence and basically the building blocks to put together what will end up being a massive, massive, massive criminal case.
So far, Diddy hasn't been arrested, but he has already faced his fair share of legal issues. Last year, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura, who you probably know as singer Cassie, accused him of sex trafficking and sexual slavery. She alleged that Diddy raped her and beat her so severely that she was bruised.
I didn't say it, they said it. So I don't know why they could say the word and we can't, but YouTube, I didn't say it. They did.
Cassie also alleged Diddy made her have sex with prostitutes and recorded it on video. She also says he forced her to carry a gun. Cassie sued him under New York's Adult Survivors Act and settled with Diddy outside of court just one day after the suit was filed. Joy Dickerson Neal also filed suit against Diddy under the Adult Survivors.
You know what gave up that he wasn't innocent? How fast he paid for that. He paid so fast thinking that he was going to get away with it. Too late, she gave your ass up.
Act, accusing him of drugging and sexually assaulting her back in 1991 when she was a college student at Syracuse University. Diddy was slammed with yet another lawsuit last month, this time brought on by music producer Rodney Jones, also known as Lil Rod. The 73-page lawsuit lays out dozens of allegations against Diddy, including that he forced Lil Rod to hire prostitutes and have sex with them. The court doc also claims Diddy himself assaulted Lil Rod, but that's not the only bombshell allegations revealed in the detailed documents. Lil Rod doesn't shy away from publicly naming other celebrities he says assaulted him.
I don't know that Cuba Gooding Jr. is going to escape from that one.
Let's start with the allegations.
If you've been injured in a car accident, in less than 30
against Academy Award-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr. Lil Rod alleges Diddy was, quote, grooming him to pass him off to his friends. This fear became reality when Mr. Combs introduced Mr. Jones to Cuba Gooding Jr.
They just mentioned Cuba Gooding Jr. I was on mute. Yo, what? Yo, all the people that's coming out, like, this is crazy. Cuba Gooding Jr.
when they were on Mr. Combs' yacht. There's actually photos of their interaction together too, which are laid out in those court documents. In the first pic, you see Diddy and Cuba talking with Diddy's arms on Cuba's. In the next pic, Cuba has his arm around Lil Rod and is smirking. Court docs go on to state, quote, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Wow. Yo, you know what? They all deserve to go down. These men abusing these men, like, wow.
began touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones's legs, his inner thighs near his groin, the small of his back near his buttocks, and his shoulders. He rejected his advances, and Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away.
In the last couple of years, there were allegations against him for.
See, yo, that's what's crazy. A lot of people lose their life because of this. Like, these straight men ain't playing that, man. Like, if you peep, like, I've heard rumors about people talking crap about Kevin Gates, but even on his song, he sang it. He said he was molested when he was young. They didn't want to believe him. He went and grabbed the ratchet, and oof, he was gone. Like, come on, man. Like, there's stories like this break my heart, and it's crazy that this one man, along with thousands and probably millions of other men, I'm sorry to say it, are doing this. Like, really, y'all taking it? Not just from women, but from men?
Sexual assault. So now we had those prior allegations, and now we see him tied to this case as allegedly trying to, assault a Little Rod, assault others.
Back in 2019, Cuba was booked on misdemeanor charges of forcible touching and sexual abuse after he allegedly groped a woman in Times Square. By the next year, 3 women had come forward accusing him of non-consensual sexual touching. He eventually reached a deal with prosecutors that required 6 months of counseling but no jail time.
I'm getting the feeling where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Because
see, that's what I be saying about the justice system and some of these judges. Like, he got no jail time, just a little probation time. Listen, man, like, I'm just tired of repeating myself. Like, words can't even explain what I want to say.
now we have 2 different instances where you're accused of the same type of behavior, years apart. I think there's something there. And I don't know that Cuba Gooding Jr. is going to escape from that one, because he already saw definitely people moving away from him within Hollywood circles and other circles once those first sexual assault allegations came out. So at this point, I don't think he's going to get get away with it a second time.
Is it possible that he could face charges based on these allegations that were brought forward by Lil Rod?
It
He
is
should.
possible as well. Again, we've got the statute of limitations issue to deal with. So
If he did it, they should face charges. All of them. Everybody that was in cahoots, everybody that was together, everybody that did it, the parents that, were a part of selling these kids, they all need to be behind a jail cell. Y'all need more prisoners, right? Instead of putting all these innocent people behind bars. Yeah. Put the real criminals behind bars because the innocent ones, the good ones are behind bars while the criminals are out here walking. Y'all want that free labor money? Put them away for life. Don't let them out. Throw away the key.
depending on the time frame of when this happened, is, again, the Adult Survivors Act, which was the vehicle where many of these lawsuits came out, many of these civil suits, came out. There was a finite amount of time for those suits to be filed. The time frame is going to be very, very important. What witnesses come forward, because again, this may not be a situation where DNA may be at play. This may be more of a situation of, hey, yes, I was there and I recall, Cuba Gooding Jr., putting his hands on Lil Rod, or I recall certain aspects. So it's going to be a very witness intensive type of case. And the question is, will the witnesses be willing to come forward?
Lil Rod's lawsuit also publicly named another celebrity linked to Diddy, Jennifer Lopez.
From the standpoint of the names of the celebrities that were tied to this, the fact that Jennifer Lopez was tied to this back when she was.
I had to unmute. I almost choked. Jennifer Lopez? Back when? Let's keep listening.
Involved in or party to a shooting at a nightclub when she was dating Diddy, and is now alleged to have brought the gun with her to the scene and gave it to Diddy, and that's how the shooting occurred.
Lil Rod's team brings up when establishing Diddy's history, writing his, quote, RICO enterprise has existed for at least 20 years, dating back to the 1999 nightclub shooting in NYC, when Mr. Combs required his then-girlfriend Jennifer.
This is getting deeper and deeper, yo. It's Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. What the fuck? Yo.
To transport his illegal firearm years, dating back to the 1999 nightclub shooting in NYC, when Mr. Combs required his then-girlfriend.
What's crazy, I kind of remember that, but I was 10 years old when that happened. So I don't really remember, but I remember bits and parts of that. This is crazy. MySpace. No, MySpace wasn't. Yeah, MySpace was probably out. No, it wasn't out. Oh, snap.
Jennifer Lopez to transport his illegal firearm into the NYC nightclub. The court docs allege Diddy forced his then artist Shine to assume responsibility for the shooting of several individuals. All this happened back on December 27th, 1999, when a fight broke out at a nightclub. Diddy, J-Lo, and rapper Shine were all there, and according to former rapper Mark Curry, Diddy paid Shine $1 million to take the fall for the shooting and serve a 10-year prison sentence. Lil Rod's lawsuit now suggests it was.
Man, screw that. He sold his soul. That's what he did for $1 million. Man, there's nothing in this world that's gonna take me away from this kid. Not $1 million, not $1 billion, not $1 zillion. You got me. I gotta be nice.
Was J-Lo who brought the gun. The fact that she's named as somebody who was carrying a weapon, could that be incriminating for Jennifer Lopez?
It can be, but with a huge caveat, right? If I'm not mistaken, that shooting did not result in a death. I know that somebody was harmed, but I don't believe anyone was killed. Because of that, you have the statute of limitations to deal with, which is basically a prolonged amount of a certain amount of time that a prosecutor has to be able to bring charges against someone. And it varies from state to state. But the one thing is consistent is that there is no statute of limitations on murder. So if P. Diddy had actually killed this person or the person died as a result of their injuries, now J-Lo could be brought into the mix as a co-defendant because of the fact that the person has passed away. But if the person is alive and maybe they had serious injuries or whatever the case may be, statute of limitations would run. And it is highly likely at this juncture that statute of limitations have expired. Therefore, she does not have any criminal liability.
Okay.
But the reputational damage might be a different story because now she's.
But I thought she was going to tell me what happens. But if the statute of limitations doesn't expire, what happens if they don't expire? Will she go to jail at this age? Like, yo, she's old now. Like, I mean, I'm not saying old, because she's still out here dancing and swinging and hopping off trees and stuff like that. But damn, I don't know. I wonder if J-Lo could take jail time. I don't think so. But J-Lo? Damn, J-Lo?
Branding herself as something very different than who she was back then. Back then, she was very much Jenny from the block. She was, dating a variety of hip hop artists. She was very much in that world. Now she's married to Ben Affleck. She's trying to, portray herself.
For the second time, by the way, because they was married back then. First she was with Diddy, then she was with Ben, then she was with, I forgot who the hell, then with the other guy, then with the other. Yo, she changes boyfriends more than what she changes underwear. Snaps.
In a different manner. So now her past is going to come back to haunt her, and we don't know what that's going to mean for her future in terms of.
What it means is that karma's a bitch and it doesn't ask you how you want it.
Movie deals, music deals, or anything like that. So I think for her, it might be more reputational damage than criminal liability.
Pearson says it's possible Jennifer Lopez could file some sort of defamation suit, but it's not likely.
She could, but at the end of the day, when it comes to defamation and those types of cases,
it will have to be a lie.
Absolute defense. So if he has some sort of receipts to basically prove that, hey, I was right there. I saw her the same way in the filings. You saw a number of different screenshots and pictures that he submitted to support the different points that he was making. If he has some pictures to substantiate that she was carrying the gun.
FanDuel Casino has your...
Oh, these damn commercials are irking me. Oh, they dropped something over there. My premium got to come back on.
51.
It's going to be very hard for her to say in good conscience in a court of law that, this wasn't true. He's made this up. And now as a result, I've lost, money. I've lost opportunities and things like that. There's going to be too much evidence out there connecting her to this that is going to be very hard for a jury to come back and say, yeah, he's making all of this up.
But it's not just artists that Lil Rod named either. He specifically mentioned Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, in his court document.
Yo! All right. I'm doing a part 2 to this video because it's going to be too long. These are uploads. I'm doing a part 2 to this video. Stay tuned to part 2. All right, y'all? Go ahead, babe. I'm doing a part 2. Definitely, yo. Definitely. So just stay tuned to part 2. Prince Harry?